Hello, good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
Okay, so can you please turn on your camera? Wow, there you are. You look handsome. Okay, so how are you today?
Uh, I'm normal. Uh,
Everything's
Not so good.
normal.
Yeah,
Not
not
so,
so good.
yeah, why is it not so good?
There are so many problems today.
What's your problem?
Like I forgot uh, I forgot the book, and then my teacher called me, and I don't know everything.
Okay, so what book did you forget from school?
Uh, I forgot the math book.
You forgot the math book. Okay, so did you just borrow that book?
No, I study online.
Okay. So you forgot your math book. Okay, so that's not a problem. Just try to remember where did you place it. Then ask help from your mom or if you have sister, brother, like that. Okay, so anyway, how's the weather right now in your place?
It is very hot.
It's very hot. Okay, so here in my place, it's a bit cold because in the afternoon, it's partly cloudy. Okay, so now can you see me?
Yes, I can see you.
Okay, so may I ask how old are you?
Yeah, yes. I'm 14 years old.
14 years old. So you're in grade 8. Is that right?
And yes,
Yeah, same with my sister. I also have a sister who is 14 years old and she's incoming grade 9 student. Okay, so for tonight, I am teacher AM and I am your English teacher just for tonight. Okay, so we'll be talking about grammar. I know, no, our lesson for tonight focuses about grammar. So this is Brit School question and A. Okay, can you see my screen?
yes.
Okay, so can you please read the blue part?
Okay. The bridge school near London is for students with one ambition to get a job connect with performing arts, music, the- theater, film.
And film. Okay, so how old do you have to go? I know, how old do you have to be to go to the Brit School?
You have to be between 14 and 19 years old to study at the bridge school. You also have to live in or near London.
Very good. Do you have to pay to study there?
No, you don't. The bridge school is a state school, so the students don't have to pay. No, don't have to pay.
Okay. So do the students have to study all the normal subjects?
Yes, at a state school, the bridge school has to follow the national curriculum classes in performing arts or extra.
Okay, very good. Thank you for answering my questions. Okay, your name is Fam, right?
Yes,
Okay, so thank you for answering all my questions, Fam. And I can see that you are a great reader and your pronunciation is good. So now, do you have any question about Brit School?
uh, uh, what is bridge school?
Okay, so kindly go back to the blue highlighted words. The Brit School is near London. This school is for students with one ambition. Okay, to get a good job connected with performing arts, just like music, theater, film, or actions.
Okay,
Yes,
I understand.
and it is a school that is located in London. Okay, so now let's proceed with the next slide. Why is it that I cannot move next? Okay, so let me see. Okay, so what happened? I cannot move next. Ooh. Okay, wait me a bit, fam. Yeah, because I'm having trouble with my keyboard. Hello, fam. I'm sorry to kept you waiting. Okay, so now this is wait. Oh, yeah, because right now I'm not using my PC because my CPU has a problem. That's why I'm just in another teacher's personal computer. Okay, so let's proceed here in task 1. How many examples of have to can you find in the text? Are they affirmative, negative, or interrogative? Okay. So when we say affirmative, fam, that belongs to positive sentences. Okay. For example, you have to graduate in college. Then when we say negative, that is the use of not, do not, or wouldn't. As long as you can see not, then that makes a negative sentence. Do you got it, fam?
Okay.
Okay. Then when we say interrogative, it always end with a question mark. For example, what is your name? What have you done to make it right? Okay, so that is interrogative sentence. Okay, so how many examples of have to can you find in the text? Can you spot
Uh,
the have to phrases?
uh, interrogative.
Um, okay, first, fam, you have to spot the phrases that have the word have to. Just like this one, for example, you have to be between 14 and 19 years old to study at the Brit School. You also have to live in or near London. We can see the word have to. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Then this is consider one. One have two phrases. Is it affirmative, negative, or interrogative?
Affirmative.
Very good. Okay, so what about this one? No, you don't. The Brit School is a state school, so the students don't have to pay.
Uh, negative. Negative.
Yes, this is negative. What about this one? Do they have to or has to? Does it
Uh,
have?
no.
No, but it got has to.
Has
Okay.
to. Yeah.
Yes, as a state school, the Brit School has to follow the national curriculum. Classes in performing arts are extra. Okay, is it affirmative, negative, or interrogative?
Uh, Affirmative.
Very good. So now, can you see have to that? is interrogative?
Yes, yes.
Okay, can you please read that one, fam?
Do the students have to study all the normal subjects?
Yes, that is correct. Okay, so now let's proceed in the next slide. Okay, so wait me a bit. This one. Can you see the next slide now, fam?
Yes.
Okay, so what can you see? Can you please read?
Uh, how old do you have to be go to the bridge school?
Ah, no, no,
In
no, no. That is not the next slide. Ah, okay. So how old do you have? That's interrogative. You have to be, that's affirmative. Do you have to pay? That's interrogative. No, you don't. This is negative.
negative.
Okay. So what about this one? Do the students have to study all the normal subject? Is it affirmative, negative, or interrogative?
It's interrogative.
Very good. And what about the answer?
Uh, Affirmative.
Okay, that's affirmative. Very good. I'm very sorry because my PC is so lag. Okay, so now let's proceed with task 2. You're going to listen to the text. Then you answer the question how are have to and has to pronounced. Then after that, you practice saying them. Are you now ready to listen, fam?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, great.
Lesson 2B, Exercise 3.
Brit School Q&A. The Brit School near London is for students with one ambition: to get a job connected with performing arts, music, theatre, film, etc. How old do you have to be to go to the Brit School?
You have to be between 14 and 19 years old to study at the Brit School. You also have to live in or near London.
Do you have to pay to study there?
No, you don't. The Brit School is a state school, so the students don't have to pay.
Do the students have to study all the normal subjects?
Yes, as a state school, the Brit School has to follow the national curriculum. Classes in performing arts are extra.
Okay, so now it's your turn to practice reading have to and has to in this slide. Can you please start, fam?
Okay, teacher. The bridge school near London is for students with one ambition to get a job connected with performing arts, music, theater, film,
Theater.
theater, film. Uh, okay. How old do you have to go to the bridge school? You have to be between 14 and 19 years old to study at the bridge school. You also have to live in or near London. Do you have to pay to study there? No, you don't. The bridge school is a state school, so the student don't have to pay. Do the student have to study all the normal subjects? Yes, as a state school, the bridge school has to follow the national curriculum. Classes in performing arts or extra.
Okay, thank you for reading that one, fam. Now, let's proceed with the next slide. Okay, so here in task 3, you're going to complete the sentences about your school. You can use the affirmative or negative form of have to. Okay, for number one, this is an example. Okay, we usually have to do PE every week. Then what about in your school, fam? Can you please complete numbers 1 to 5?
We have to do PE every week.
Very good. What about,
Affirmative.
yes, very good. Affirmative. What about number 2?
The head teacher have to be at school on Saturday.
Okay, is it affirmative, negative?
Affirmative.
Very good. How about number 3?
Affirmative. We have to wear school uniform.
Great job. Okay, can you please proceed with number 4?
The, the school have to stay open at the weekend. Affirmative.
Okay, for number 5, I want you to make a negative form in this number.
Okay. Okay. We don't have to do all our homework on computer.
Okay, very good. Because I observed that you all used affirmative sentences. That's why I asked you to make it a negative one. Okay, so great job, fam, because you got 5 out of 5. Okay, so now let's go to the other slide. Okay, so those are the answers. Has to, doesn't have to, has to, doesn't have to, and have to. Okay, here in task 4, you're going to look at the pictures of Millie's school day. Then use the affirmative or negative of have to talk about her day. Okay, kindly look at number 1 picture.
She have to get up before 7 o'clock.
Very good. Okay, what about number 2, fam?
She doesn't have to make her own breakfast.
Okay, can you please repeat?
She doesn't have to walk to school.
Wait. Number 2 first. Number 2.
She doesn't have to make her own breakfast.
Very good. Okay, proceed with number 3.
She doesn't have to walk to school.
Okay, great.
She have to do PE at school. No, at school.
Very good. Okay. What about number 5?
She have to take exams.
Yes, that's correct. Okay, how about the last number, fam?
She doesn't have to stay at school after uh 3:15.
Okay, she doesn't have to stay at school after 3:15. Very good, because you know how to read the time. Because usually some of my Vietnamese students, they don't know how to read the time and they read it differently to what's the usual standard in reading the time. Okay, so now let's check if all your answers are correct. We have number 2, she doesn't have to make her own breakfast. Then for number 3, let me see. She doesn't have to walk to school. Great job. Okay, then for number 4, she has to do PE at school. Has or have is just the same. Okay, for number 5, she has to take exams. Then for number 6, she doesn't have to stay at school after 3:15. Okay, for task 4, you got 6 out of 10. Okay, do you have any question to me, fam?
No, I just see.
Yes. Okay, so somebody's calling. I think it's okay. So excuse me for a while, fam. Okay, so this time, hello, fam.
Okay.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, because I cannot see you. Can you please turn on your camera, fam?
I have turned on my camera already.
Okay, let me see. Yes, there you are. Okay, so let's proceed in task 5. Okay, here in task 5, you're going to ask and answer questions about what your teacher has to do at weekends. Then you can use do you have to at the beginning of the phrases below. Okay, can you please start asking question, fam?
Do you have to cook dinner?
No, I don't have to cook dinner. I only
Uh,
buy dinner for myself, or sometimes I eat dinner at home after my classes.
so, do you have to get up early?
It depends. Yeah, it depends if I have meeting, I have classes, and it depends if I have some appointment with someone.
So do you have to tidy your room?
Yes, I have to tidy my room every day after I wake up.
Uh, so do you have to do the ironing?
Yes, I have to do the ironing, especially if there are some occasions that then I see my clothes if it's a little bit, what do we call that one? Untidy. Yeah.
So do you have to do the washing?
Yes, I always do the washing every weekend. Okay, so now it's my turn to ask you a question. Do you have to
Okay.
cook the lunch every day?
Uh, no, I don't have to cook my lunch because my mom and my grandma do it.
Okay, what about dinner?
Uh, they will do it too.
Okay, so do you have to do the ironing?
Oh yes, I need to do the ironing. Uh, to look fancy when I go to school.
Yes. Okay, so what about the washing? Do you have to do the washing?
No, I don't have to do the washing because my dad handle it.
Okay, how about washing plates? Do you wash
Oh,
your own plates?
I sometimes do it.
Yeah, sometimes. Okay, so do you have to do your homework?
Oh yeah, of course I need to do my homework every day.
Very good. So I'm looking forward to that once you become my student. Okay, fam? Okay, so do you have to get dressed before lunch?
Uh, yes, I need to get dressed before lunch.
Okay, so next, do you have to get up early?
If it necessary, the oh no, if it necessary, then I can get up early.
Great. Okay, so do you have to set the table every morning?
Oh, no, I didn't do it. I don't do it.
Okay, so who usually do the setting of the table?
Uh, nobody in my house set the table.
Ah, okay, so how do you eat?
When we eat, that sometimes my dad do it or my mom do, and like run randomly.
Ah, yeah, I understand fat. Okay, so do you have to take exams even if it's not essential?
Yeah, I sometimes do take the exams.
Very good. Okay, so last question. Do you have to tidy your room every day?
I have to tidy my room, but not every day. I tidy my room every twice a week.
Twice a week. Okay, but you know, Fat, I know, Fam, I encourage you to tidy your room before you leave so that when you return, you will not feel frustrated or a little bit angry because of unorganized things. Okay, so anyway, are you an organized person or you can leave even if it's untidy? When you see your surrounding a little bit untidy, can you live with that?
No,
Yeah, okay. So you're trying to say that you're an organized person.
yeah. Can you repeat?
Okay, so you're trying to say that you are organized person. You like everything to be organized.
No.
Ah, okay. So now, Fat, do you have any question to me before we proceed with the next slide?
Uh, Actually, no.
Actually, no. Okay, so thank you for asking and answering all my questions, Fat. I can see that you are an intelligent kid. Okay, the way you talk,
Thank you.
the way you answer my question, I can say that you are smart. Okay, so now let's proceed with task 6. Okay, so let me go to the other slide. Okay. So there's no task 6. Okay. So before we proceed with task 6, let's learn this adverbs of frequency. Okay, so we use adverbs of frequency to say how often something happens. Then we usually put adverbs of frequency before the verb. What are those adverbs of frequency? We have always, usually, normally or generally, often, frequently, sometimes, occasionally, seldom, hardly, ever, rarely, or never. Okay, for example, I never have breakfast for today. Then we put adverbs of frequency after the verb be. What are those verb be? That's, is, or are. Okay, so what is verb fam?
What is the verb?
Yes, what is a verb?
The verb is say about something is moving. I guess.
Yes, you're correct. The word moving. Okay, verb is an action word. Can you please give me an example of verb?
Run, run, walk, talk.
Great job. That's correct. Okay, so kindly look at the structure here. This is our structure for tonight. We have subject plus adverb of frequency plus the main verb. For example, Daniel always passes his exams. Okay. Then we still have subject plus be form of the verb, then adverb. Example, he is always happy. This time, Fat, I want you to give me a sentence using this structure.
Uh, I seldom get 10 points in my English exam.
Okay, great job. What about this structure here?
My dad is always uh, energetic.
Okay, very good. That is correct. So now, do you have any question about adverbs of frequency?
No,
Okay, since you
I
don't have,
understand.
you understand it. Oh, very good. Since you don't have any question, I have a question for you to check if you really understand. When do we use adverbs of frequency?
Uh, we used to say how often something happens.
Very good. That is correct. Okay. So what is the percentage when we use never?
Uh, wait, can you say again?
What is the percentage when we use never? Percent. Percent or
Zero
percentage?
zero 0%.
Very good. That is correct, fam. You are really a smart student. Okay, so now let's proceed in our task 6. Let's find 4 adverbs of frequency in the dialogue. Then after that, you add them to the table below. Okay, so who do you like to play the part of? Is it Macy or Ben?
Uh, I don't.
Do you want to read the part of Macy or Ben? Kindly choose. Who do you want to be here in this slide? Is it Macy or Ben? Ah, okay. So this time, Fat, I want you to read the part of Ben. Okay? Then
Yeah.
teacher AM will be Macy. Okay, so let me start. Are you a member of a school club?
No, I'm not. But I would like. But like to join one. Which clubs do you go to?
I often go to photography club. It's always good fun. And sometimes go to music club.
Who takes photographic club?
Mr. Carleton, the art teacher.
Oh, I like him. How often does the club meet?
Once a week. We usually meet on Fridays after school, but it's sometimes on Thursday in the lunch break. Why don't you come along?
That's a good idea. Hey, when does the next lesson start?
In 2 minutes. Come on. Mr. Baker is always cross when students arrive late. Okay, so now, fam, thank you for reading the part of Ben. I want you to find 4 adverbs of frequency, then you add them to the table. Okay, do you understand the table below?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, very good. So what are those 4 adverbs of frequency?
Near the hardly ever. It is sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. And number 2 is often. Number 3 is usually. And number 4 is always.
Okay, very good. So let's check if all your answers are correct. Okay, we have often. What else? Sorry, because my PC is so lag. Okay, next we have always, sometimes, and usually. Again, can you please repeat what's number one?
Number one is sometimes,
Very good. What about number two?
often,
Okay, you say often.
often,
Okay, T is silent. Okay, what about
usually,
usually? Then
and always.
always. Very good. So you got a perfect score here, fam. Since our time is almost done, do you have any question or any clarification to me?
Oh, yeah, I have a question to you.
Yes, what is your question? I'm glad to answer that one.
Uh, where are you now?
I'm in the office, and what do you mean, where are you now? You mean my
Uh,
place right now?
and your country.
Ah, my country. Okay, I'm from Philippines.
And are you in Philippines now?
Yes, I'm in Philippines now.
Oh, I think you're in Vietnam.
No, 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 I'm not in Vietnam, and I don't know how to speak Vietnamese. What about, yes, you. Okay, so what's your nationality, fam?
I am Vietnam. I'm Vietnam.
Ah, yeah, so you live in Vietnam and you're a Vietnamese. Okay, teacher
Oh yes, I'm
AM
Vietnam.
is a Filipino, and I live in the Philippines.
So
Yes.
we all know the Asian.
What?
One.
Okay, so do you still have other question?
No, I don't have any question.
Okay, so thank you so much for your time, fam. I'm very happy to see you, and I hope to see you again. Bye bye, have a good night, and see you next
Uh,
week. Yes?
thank you, teacher, to listen to listen to my answer.
Yes. Goodbye.
Bye, teacher.